From 60 Style to the Front Porch, Nick Cannon and Brittany Bell announced their third child together with this major photo shoot. Brittany, a former Miss Universe contestant, rocked 9 different looks, showing off her baby bump. After Brittany's announcement, the meme world went wild, poking fun at the father of 10. How Nick Cannon FaceTimes his kids. Nick Cannon taking his kids to the pool.
Another one.
And this DJ Khaled catchphrase on repeat.
Another one. Another one.
Meanwhile, new mom Bree Tiesi, who gave birth to legendary Love Cannon in June, was spotted.
Money he has. My main issue with Nick Cannon is having children with multiple women, and I don't know if I have more of an issue with Nick Cannon or more with the women.
Why would you have an issue with Nick or the women?
For one, Nick, he has money, he has a fame, he's good looking. So men with power and fame, they have access to all these women.
Yeah.
And I think women too are willing to make excuses for men with power and fame. But my main concern is the children. In my mind, there is no way. I mean, he's going to be there for them financially, but there's no way that he can be there for 11 different children. And my main issue here is the multiple women. For multiple women to be able to be them and be supportive, to be a supportive father to the children, because these women, I felt like they make an adult decision. They knew what they were getting into, but they are putting their kid at a disadvantage from willingly bringing them into the situation where the father would not be fully present. I mean, that's just my thought.
I have heard stories and I have followed the news, and what I hear, what he says is that he's available.
Yeah.
When he needs to be available.
Yeah.
Of course, like most. Take an example for parents who have to go work in different cities.
Yeah.
How different are they from him?
Yeah.
It's like you go for a month and you come back for 2 weeks and you go again for another month. So how much time are you actually really spending with the kids, right?
Yeah.
So I for me, I think being there as a parent, as a father, is not just about being there 100% of the time, being physically present. It's being there for the important events, and of course with the internet and there's many ways that a child could be connected to their father without really having them present. But I know that what I hear is he makes the effort to be there when he needs to be. And at the end of the day, I think probably what is most important is being able to financially provide for the kids. Yeah. A man who has 11 kids and is financially able to provide for is way better than a man who has one child and can't really
cannot really provide
for that child.
And that's a fair criticism that I get, and I know, and it makes sense. Not every father is always available to their children. I mean, we also have to consider this part of the argument, and I think that's just a lower part of the argument. That's not the main argument, that he's trying to be there for the kids, because there are people with 4 kids, they are working very hard, they are not there. I mean, my main argument is the intention to go out there and willingly have children with multiple women. So it's intentional. So he is doing it by design, by his own making. How
many wives did who's that in the Bible? How many wives did he have?
I don't know. He had multiple wives.
How many concubines did he have?
He had so many.
I didn't hear anybody complaining about that.
But it doesn't still make it right. That's the point.
Who says it's right? Who says it's wrong? I think he judges that for himself.
Yeah.
His lifestyle is his lifestyle. It has really how wrong or how correct can that be?
And I'm sure he's doing it with all. He's very conscientious and knows what he's doing, and the women know what they're doing. But the children, are they being asked to be born in this situation? So my concern is really about the kids.
Are children with poor parents asked to be born with a father who can provide?
No.
So it has nothing to do with. For me, it's like you have kids if you're able to provide for them.
Okay.
He is able to provide for these kids. He might not be 100% available, physically present all the time.
Well, but ideally,
they have everything they need.
Yeah, but ideally, shouldn't kids be born in a stable home where they have mom and dad? Ideally, I'm not saying that happens for everybody, but at least that should be the intention. That's why I have a big issue with Nikano's intention.
Where they have a father and a mother.
Yeah.
Is Nick now the father? Or are you saying they should be married?
The unit,
living
to
together?
have a unit together, because statistically that has proven to be the bedrock for any successful society, having mom and dad living together. The children are seeing the interaction between a man and a woman, the interaction between a family and the outer society, how the family interacts with other families. Ideally, that has what has shaped society.
Does it have to be one man and one woman, for example? Or can it be one man and 5 women? But your problem is they have to be
together as a family unit. So that's really my problem.
Okay.
Bringing them together. And then again, I would like to stress that my argument here is just the intention. He's intentionally going out and impregnating, and not him. And the women are intentionally getting pregnant with a guy that they know is not going to be available. And they put these kids in situations that they don't have all what it takes to have a stable family. So that's really my argument here. And I think he's a wonderful dad to his kids, and he's very financially viable to take care of these kids than most nuclear families can do.
So how many kids would you say is too many kids for one man?
I think Nick can have as many kids as he wants. He has a means.
No, I'm just saying that how many is too many? For a man, for example,
I don't think there's a number. If you want to have
limit,
for me, there's no. As long as you and your wife can have.
So let me ask you a question. Nick Cannon has 11.
Yeah.
Right. And we're talking about presence.
Yeah.
That's important. I know of dads who have 20, 25 kids. Do you think they spend much time? I mean, they live in the same unit.
Yeah, I don't think
that's the argument.
Yeah, I don't
do you
think
he spends as much time with one and each of those 25 kids?
I don't think I mean, think of the polygamous family we had growing up. I don't think they do, but at least they see interaction between mom and dad, and
is those interactions always
they are not always positive, right?
To see,
and it's not a guarantee that it's always going to be a positive reaction. But let's say, for all intents and purposes of this argument, it's positive, right? Children see a positive interaction between mom and dad. They see compromises between mom and dad. They see that waking up and going to job even when he doesn't feel like. They see mom waking up and taking care of things around the house even when she doesn't feel like. I feel those are valuable lessons that children have to learn, and it's important to have that close, neat family unit to be able to teach that to your kids.
So single parents, kids, what about a single mom or a single dad? Do you think they only see one side?
No, I don't think they see. I think single parents, that's why I really want to phrase that my problem here is the intention. Okay, that people who are single for no fault of their own, or the situation just didn't work out. They didn't go there intentionally trying to be single and being a single mom or a single dad. They probably tried their best and it didn't work out. And that's really the main focus of my argument, the intention of Nick Cannon purposefully creating families where they won't be together. But to your question,
is do you think he goes out looking for kids, or these women
come to him? That's why I don't know. I feel like the blame.
Are they trapping him?
I think he's going to have more kids. Do you think the women that are going to have kids by him don't know that he's going to have? He has more. They know that's the situation.
They know he has more, and they know he's going to probably have more after them.
Of course. So the rules are really for the broke people and the poor people and the people who have no power. The rules are really for them, because women will break rules for all the guys who have power, money, and fame. That's just the unfortunate rules of life. So if you have Nick Cannon's fame, you can do whatever you want. Okay,
that's true. You have money, of course. Eddie Murphy has how many kids? He
has multiple too. I think it's the same boat like Nick Cannon.
And there are many of these celebrities who have multiple kids.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if I would blame the men. I don't know that they go out looking.
They have some blame, but I blame more me. I blame more the women.
The women seem to be coming there
they
purposely
know.
to. It's like
they know
this is my cash cow. I just need a child with this guy, and then I probably am good, right?
Yeah.
So they come with the intention to have kids. I don't know that the men intentionally come to have kids.
You can argue, because Nick Cannon has openly said he wants more kids. He's openly said that, so you can argue, there are men
maybe
who
he doesn't mind having more, but I don't think he's actively seeking. Is he active? Of course, you sleep with a woman, of course. You know what.
But whether he's actively seeking or not is irrelevant, because at the end of the day, it's a woman who decides to get pregnant, is a woman who decides to give birth to the children. So women control that aspect of the relationship. So that's why they really get majority of the blame, because they know who this guy is, but maybe for some reason they, like you said, there's a cash cow for them. So they really put the finances over the general well-being of their children. So for me, really, the blame is on women.
Well, not women generally. The blame is on these women.
These women who are having babies,
trying to have babies with a man who might not be present for the child, right?
Yeah.
So at what age do you stop?
That's a question.
At what age? Because I think how old is he? You know,
he's 41, 42.
Yeah. So at what age do you stop having kids then?
I don't know. Men can have kids at whatever age they want. So I think when you have money, you can really do more. Have kids at 50 and employing nannies, or doesn't it sound like he's employing these women to have kids with? Because he just puts them on child support and just have babies for him. Do you think he has a romantic relationship with them?
That's how they got kids in the first place.
Well, romance doesn't mean, or sex doesn't necessarily mean romance.
But what is the difference, man?
Sex is the physical aspect. Romance is the emotional connection.
Man, it's the same thing. Don't try to play me.
Sex and emotions are two different things.
Thing, man. Either the same thing or one definitely goes with the other. There's no.
They usually go together. In fact, they're supposed to go together.
They can't be one without the other.
Well, you cannot say Nikano is emotionally attached to all these women.
How you think? Emotionally,
you don't need emotions to get pregnant.
There has to be a certain level of connection for you to even be in the place where you could have sex with a woman, don't you think?
There's physical attraction, there's emotional connection. I feel like you're trying to measure those, but
it's not the same thing.
No.
Yeah?
No. You can be physically attracted to somebody, but you're not emotionally invested in them.
Emotionally invested. Okay.
Yeah. I think so. For me, I see emotional investment as like looking at the well-being of the person you're having a child with. So they are not just a property to have a child with, but grooming them as a significant other and, caring about them,
Okay.
That's how I say it.
So you're wondering if he has any...
I wonder if he has emotional connection with this woman.
Hopefully he has an emotional connection with the kids, because for me that's what is even more important.
Wouldn't that impact that too?
He needs to be connected. But again, no emotional connection to the mom.
He also going to affect... I think in some way.
How he feels about the child?
He might, yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Because if you're emotionally invested in the mom, the chances are very high that you'll be emotionally invested in kids. I'm not saying, I think he's emotionally invested in his kids, but it adds another extra layer of, of connection if you're emotionally connected to the mom as well. Wow. I think so.
So, well, hopefully he is emotionally connected to this.
I mean, we are in no way, shape or form to give the kind of any advice. We don't have the kind of money or fame that the guy has. So, Nikano, we're just talking here. If you have any comments on this video, please put it in the comment section.